Hi, my name's Lorrain Elliot, blogger, author and critic of all things food. And I'm on a mission. Following a nationwide challenge to find Australia's most inventive high tea menus, Dilmah Tea have challenged me to host a high tea of my own. The only problem is, I've never hosted one before. You're cordially invited to join me as I discover the secrets to the perfect high tea. Located on the famous cafe strip of Victoria Street, the Victoria Room is known for its authentic, traditional high tea and is one of Sydney's most popular tea venues. I paid a visit to the owner, Jill Jones-Evans, a high tea expert who even wrote a book on the subject.
What we really set out to do is to transport patrons. When they come here, they could be in another time, another place, off the streets of Darlinghurst, and I think we've achieved that. It all started with Ada Maria Stanhope, who was the 7th Duchess of Bedford in England. The lunch was very early, but then dinner in the upper classes, that is, wasn't served until quite late, so around 8. So she had a little snack during the afternoon, brought to her room, of course, by the servants. And then she began inviting friends to this tradition and so became afternoon tea.
So how do you do your high tea here?
We try to stick to tradition, china, triangle sandwiches, a selection of cakes and, of course, scones served with conserve and cream.
Why do you think it's so popular?
People, especially the young people coming through, crave a bit of tradition. They crave some rules with this anything-goes generation. I think they feel they missed out on some of society's rules, and I think they want that.
So, Jill, I'm going to host my own high tea. Can I ask you for some tips, if that's okay?
You might like to choose a theme, perhaps a vintage theme, use real linen, perhaps send out real invitations, no emails.
Oh, paper.
I think paper, yeah, through the post.
Though there is much to be said for old world traditions, the truth is sometimes it's more fun to break with tradition and try something new. I went looking for a high tea with a difference, and boy did I find it. The Tea Parlour is a beautiful yet largely unorthodox hole in the wall, nestled within the heart of Redfern. I spoke to the woman behind this quirky venue, Amelia Hepburn.
A lot of younger people feel uptight in those other fancier high teas, so I wanted something that was a bit more country style, I guess, and a little bit younger.
And what are the origins of your afternoon tea?
Just the bric-a-brac, really. I started going to Vinnie's just to get all this old stuff that everyone else thinks is a dust collector and just throws it away like it's nothing. In modern life, everyone's in such a hurry and life is so fast-paced. The ceremony of it and the taking the time, and it makes it special.
So what tips do you have?
The best thing is to keep all the portions really small and dainty and delicate. That way you don't feel like you're eating too much, even if you are. And to decorate everything with little bits of strawberries, raspberries.
Loose leaf tea or tea bags?
Here I use loose leaf always because it's part of the ceremony and it does taste better. But I don't want to be one of those Puritans that says you can't use tea bags, because I think the one thing the world needs less of is people telling you what's right and what's wrong.
When I set out, my goal was to weigh up the differences between traditional and modern and between old and new. Now, there are many obvious differences between Amelia's Tea Parlour and Jill's Victoria Rooms, but looking a little further, I found that what was the most striking were the similarities. So whether surrounded by the lavish finery of the British Raj or couched between the faded oddities of yesteryear, high tea is all about making the moment count. And with good friends, good food and a good cup of tea, it's always sure to be a memorable occasion.
Great.